So Brigette, thanks for coming today and tell me what you do.
So I'm an authorised financial advisor. I work with Cambridge Partners, and we work with people who are wanting to take a look into what their financial future is like, what are their goals and objectives of what they want to be able to achieve, and we help support them in building an investment portfolio and an investment plan and which will enable them to reach those goals. I also work in specialising in divorce financial planning, so that is working with people who have gone through a separation or a divorce. There's been a lot of change. It's about building up their knowledge, their awareness of what their financial position is and how that can impact the new life that they are entering into and essentially planning for.
If I'm divorced, well actually I am divorced, so why do I need a financial plan and why do I need to plan for my future?
You're going through a lot of change. There's been a lot of impact. There's been a lot that has that you've had to work out. There's been the dividing of assets. There's been making choices around those assets, and those choices will have a big impact on what that future can look like and going forward. And so it's having that awareness right from the start is going, because some of those decisions will be around, do I keep the family home or certain investments or business ownership, and those decisions will make an impact on your ability to save, to earn an income, and will either be restrictive if you make the wrong choices, but also beneficial to you if you make the right choices. So having that plan and being able to plan about what that future your financial requirements are going to be, will make a big difference into the life that you are able to live and the life styles that and choices for your children as well. It brings clarity, but it also brings confidence to what your future, your new life, your best life can be.
So there are a lot of, particularly women and men, when in relationships, they don't manage the money and they come out of these relationships, divorced or separated, and have real issues managing money. So how do they do that when they're divorced and separated?
So one of my clients said to me once that they were always in the passenger seat and their husband was the driver, and now suddenly they are not only in the driver's seat but they're now learning how to drive at the same time, and they feel that's a bit similar. It's similar to them now being in control and in charge of finances and trying to make these big decisions. But it's a process, everything is a learning process, and having that awareness and building that understanding of your financial position and the management of that, it's all part of this independence and new journey that you're on. But you don't need a PhD or to be, have a financial background in order to do that. It's just growing that awareness, asking for that help, getting the right support networks around you, appointing an independent financial advisor who is there. It's very much a support of working with you. It's about giving you that knowledge that you need and those tools that you need to make life a bit more simpler, or at least you to be in that position of coordinating that network of support.
When people get divorced and separated, friends and family say that you have to do certain things, and one of those things is you must set up a trust. So why would I set up a trust when I'm divorced and separated?
It's a bit like parenting, isn't it? Everyone's willing to give their 2 cents worth, and it can be confusing. Their trusts used to hold a lot of value, and they were a means for protection, asset protection and administration. But with the new era that we're in, with heavily regulated, a lot of compliance, it can be difficult. Well, it's more arduous in managing a trust these days. What is another option or solution is establishing an agreement, relationship property agreement with a new partner, for example, which protects those financial assets that are yours. And with that agreement, you can make it tight enough that they will be protected and have the same, do the same job effectively of what a trust would have without the complications.
So thank you, Brigette, for coming today and talking about your role as a financial advisor and a divorce financial planner. It's really interesting, and it's great advice that you gave me in terms of if you're going through divorce and separation, you do need a financial plan. You do need to plan for your future. You do need to make sure that you know your finances and know how to manage them when you go through divorce and separation. And also the importance of potentially looking into whether you need a trust after you become divorced and separated. Thank you very much for coming today.
You're welcome. Thank you.